for people who are, let's say, Euro merchants or they live in a bubble, try to sell to me why you feel that people should be tuning in to watch this Copa America. Like, why should they be tuning in to watch this Copa America? So, like, I'll just give it a go, but I definitely want to hear from you guys being more the experts. But this is just me as an outsider. For me, I would say that, again, what I always say to people and what to fans is expose yourself. Like we live on planet Earth, not planet Europe or planet England or planet we live. So try to expose yourself to as much football as possible because you're exposing yourself to different culture. So what I say about Copa America is it's for me, I feel it takes the best of Europe and Africa. So you have the kind of in some individual qualities and kind of like passing tactical stuff of Europe, plus the aggression and the intensity that I have from Africa. Because I remember one thing. I think this was it might have been the Copa America in 26 wait 20 I think it was 2015. Yes, it was 2015 or 2016. So I think it was Chile against Argentina. It was either Chile against Argentina or against Colombia. And it was half, so basically, and was with the first half, and Messi was getting hacked, boom, boom, hacked. And then Messi went to the ref that, yo, what's happening? And the ref said, look, this is South America. So, because you said, no, like, I'm sorry. The way that we ref here is different. There's a lot more aggression. There's a lot more physicality. And I think the physicality and aggression and the kinds of tough players that are allowed to go is what makes it interesting. Where like in Europe, it's perhaps a lot more lenient. They protect guys a lot more and it's less physical. So that's why I say like Copa America is a blend of really good high quality football, really good individuality with skills and dribbling, plus intensity, physicality, and the referees allow a lot more. So Ricardo, how would you sell the Copa America to guys who maybe have not watched it before?
Okay, so first and foremost, I think a lot of people when they watch football, they definitely cater towards more the European game, just because the bigger club teams. I guess there's more marketing regarded towards all the best players in the world, whether it's from from South America, Africa, Asia, North America. The top tier players they always end up in European teams, so I can understand by default why they lean towards the Euros. I understand that. However, when you're looking at other continental tournaments, for example, I recently have only started watching the AFCON, right? There's a lot of elements in AFCON that I definitely enjoy because it's very similar to that of South America, mainly being the drama, the brutality, the physicality. It's hilarious. Now, maybe for someone who's been so indulged in the European game for probably your entire life you've been watching it, you're probably more into a cleaner, more, I guess to say, more sportsman like way of playing. I can understand why it might be hard on the eye to watch the South American football or sometimes even an extension AFCON. So it's definitely
So sorry, no, so basically, Ricardo keeps on sending me loads of crazy stuff in DMs. And he sends me, I think it was a clip from the Uruguayan league, where
yeah.
while a guy was celebrating, there was a dog running in the stands towards him. So yeah.
Yeah, so you see dogs celebrating. You see even
Yeah.
dogs celebrating. Everything's lively down there. But no, for South America, the Copa America, obviously a very, very historical tournament. I believe it's actually older than the World Cup itself, if I'm not
It
mistaken.
is.
So, I mean, you're talking about a very prestigious with long history. You could say this is the FA Cup of
Yeah, it's
international
true. You can say that. Yeah,
Hey,
yeah. This is the
hey,
epic
hey.
international
of, yeah,
tournaments.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But no, this Copa America, you have so many narratives riding on it. Starting with Argentina, they could be the first nation to win back-to-back Copas and a World Cup, all back-to-back. If you want to count the Finalissima as a minor trophy, then you can go as well as that. This is definitely one of the biggest dynasties in South American history. If they win, and they look favored to win, this also could be Messi's last international tournament. If you are betting that he won't play in the World Cup, Uruguay has made a massive resurgence. If you're a fan of football, you know Marcelo Bielsa is definitely one of the most entertaining, one of the most inspirational managers, and he has Uruguay flying right now, who I think are second favorites, but we'll get into that. Colombia is one of the best footballing, probably the best football playing team in South America right now. They've gone undefeated for I can't remember how long. I think I don't. It's
Last 20 games.
yeah, last 20 games, which probably depends over 2 or 3 years. I don't know. But they have been playing very well. Venezuela, surprisingly, have been doing very well in the qualifiers, which this is a country that never makes the World Cup. So they're there. Ecuador and has the young kid, Kendry Paez, who's consistently starting for the team, a lot of quality. This is probably one of the best generations they've had in a long time and possibly in their history. And then obviously everyone's favorite nation, Brazil. A lot of narratives flying. Vinicius obviously coming off a potential Ballon d'Or. He looks probably to cap it off, really right the wrongs of his international career that has been pretty, I guess, very poor by his standards, or at least you would expect by a winger, a world class winger by Real Madrid, having that type of international career thus far at the age of 23 has been pretty disappointing. But if he leads them, scary narratives for not only him but for Neymar as well, because he's not going to be at the tournament. But also there's Endrick, who a lot of people feel is the next coming of Pele. This is going to be his first international tournament, whether he starts, but he definitely will make a show for them. So you have other teams as well, including the CONCACAF teams. There's a lot of narratives with the United States. We've seen a lot of people on this channel obviously feel a certain way about their manager. Canada's in shambles. I'm not going to go too much into that.
Jesse!
Mexico is always there for vibes. Great,
Oh, wow.
great fan base. There's no denying Mexico.
Amazing
is one of
fan
the
base.
greatest
Amazing fan base.
Jesus.
National team not on the same par. So there's that. And then obviously there's
So actually, what's a more passionate fan base, Mexico or Peru? More passionate.
definitely the Mexicans. There's no denying that.
Really?
Yes, Peru, we're a bit delusional. Last World
No,
Cup.
no. I didn't say anything about passion comes with the delusion. I said which is the most passionate, and delusion and passionate comes hand in hand.
Well, how do I say it?
All I just said is what is the most passionate?
Well, I mean, they outnumber us, so I mean, it's kind of
Okay.
a hard. In Mexico, they range from all over the place, so it's kind of hard to beat them in numbers. Chile, is this the last hoorah for some of those guys? I mean, it's really only Alexis Sanchez and Claudio Bravo.
Yeah, no, the other guys are gone already.
Yeah, but personally, for me, I will be watching Chile, even though they are our arch nemesis, or arch rivals, just because Ricardo Gareca is now their manager. And it's like going from Barcelona to Real Madrid. And I
wow.
personally am sad that Ricardo Gareca left, because as you see in the table, Peru is in shambles. We're last place in the qualifiers. But no, that's the magic of one man. So who knows? Chile could be a sleeper team. You never know.
Okay.
But it should be a great tournament overall.
So Ryan, how would you sell the Copa America to guys who may have seen the tournaments before? As why they should watch it.
You guys just basically stole all that I was going to say. Like you got the physicality, you have the fans, you have the technicality, the passing, the great teams, the narratives. We've seen it all over the place, like with Brazil, with Argentina, with Colombia, with Uruguay. And you have like all these other sleeping nations, like he was saying, like Chile, like Ecuador. What is going to happen with Mexico? What is going to happen with the USA? What is Paraguay going to score a goal? Like what is going to be happening to Peru as well? So there are a lot of narratives flying around, and just seeing the intensity of the game, the intensity of the passion of the fans as well. I think that is a distinction that you never see in Europe, and also just the disrespect in general to the tournament, just saying that, oh, it's only Argentina and Brazil, but you have the best players there. Like all the best players that are playing in Europe come from South America. We're talking about Vini being pushed for a Ballon d'Or. We are seeing, obviously, maybe Messi's last dance too. We're seeing Lucho Diaz. We're seeing, Rodrigo Bentancur, I was going to say, but I was trying to refer to Valverde as well. Like you got all these players, and if you talk, what would be your top 4 football players all time as well?
Oh, I mean, obviously R9, Maradona, Zidane. You could put them in there, but I mean, no, you could say Dino. Basically, Messi.
Messi. Yeah. You could keep. You forgot Pele. You could keep
Pele,
South
Pele.
Americans.
Yeah,
like the list of players from South America that have impacted this game, and it only keeps on going. And the thing about the Copa America is that then you're going to see these players coming out and potentially joining the European clubs as well. People are not talking about Nicolás de la Cruz for Uruguay. People are not talking about Gustavo Gomez for Paraguay. People are not talking about Paulo Diaz for Chile, because they don't play in Europe. But all this talent that is coming out of South America is going to play in the Copa America. John Arias just scored a goal for Colombia as well. He plays at Fluminense, just won the Copa Libertadores, and I think he could make a move to Europe as well. They are going to show themselves at the Copa America, and I feel like it's very important that people know about these people and that, they watch the tournament, because the football is going to be amazing as well.